You were sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise, which is the earnest of an inheritance until the redemption of the what? Purchased possession. Who has been purchased? The believer. When were you purchased? When you what? Believed. Now that you believe the message of the gospel, Bible says you are God's what? Possession. Say I'm God's possession. So your identity never changes from you are God's possession. Let me ask you a question. Are there times where you don't feel like you are God's possession? Does your feeling change who you are? You know, you cannot feel your way out of not being the child of the Father who gave birth to you. So rejection does not define the believer, but the believer allows rejection to define them. So the strength of rejection is in what you allow. So you are God's prized possession even when people reject you. And you see, there's something called the fear of rejection. People battle with it a lot. And that's the reason why lots of believers don't go out to preach. Because what gets people back into their shell is the sense of condemnation, the sense of rejection. What if they don't respond to me? But you know, one of the things I always ask myself is, but what if they respond to me? What if I'm rejected? There's a bigger question than that. What if I'm accepted? So the believer's identity is such that it is eternally permanent. Nothing changes, but the conditions you go through, the situations you go through can make you look like you've changed. Sometimes the believer can feel like God is far from them. God being far from the believer is never a reality.